Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. My name is Alex. 2-2 at home against Arsenal in the Premier League. We were 2-0 up. It was about 15 minutes left, and there's a lot of different ways you can put it, but I'm being told, and it's very understandable, that we bottled it. I'm here with Jem, and I've got Don as well on my left. Let's just get straight into it, mate.
I feel like we've lost this game. If it literally feels like a loss. We had it under control for 75 minutes of the game. A loss of concentration from Sanchez does us, right? That swung the momentum in the game. Arsenal decided to, they were looking like they were going to score after that point. Do you know what I mean? Before that, we locked them up. Gusto, he fell asleep, for that goal. But throughout the whole game, he was amazing. For me, he was the man of the match. Do you know what I mean? In midfield, we bossed their midfield, in my opinion.
Throughout how much of the game would you say we dominated? Up to the 70-minute mark?
I would say up to the 70th minute. Yeah. In that midfield, we won that battle. 100%. Lack of concentration is what's killed us today. Mentality is what killed us today. I don't know whether it's because the Arsenal fans were behind Sanchez. When they scored that goal, the second goal, I saw the guy, he was fidgety, he was a bit nervous. It's a joke, because we had Arsenal there. We had the 3 points there. And I don't care if we've got a point from Arsenal. I don't care. They're not as good as what they think they are. They're really not. I've been going on so many streams this week, speaking about Arsenal and their performances. I know they've been getting the results, but their performances haven't been convincing. Their best performance has come up against a Bournemouth team. We should have batted 3-0 after, 10-15 minutes. Other than that, they've got a few wins here and there. They've got a few penalties here and there. But they're not this team that they think they are. They didn't create fuck all. Our shape was really good, like I've been saying the past few weeks. And in front of goal, we were clinical. Do you know what I mean? It was the perfect game to get a clean sheet as well. And Sanchez goes and does that. I'm fuming. I'm fucking fuming, Alex. I'm fuming, mate. I'm fuming, man.
Yeah, I mean, Jem, do you share the same thoughts as Don?
I haven't been to a game for about 3 months. I've been away and so it's the first game back for me. Listen, you can hear from my voice. I lost my voice. I thought we played very well today. We were let down by individual errors again. And we've seen it last season, we've seen it seasons before. Them individual moments, the lack of concentration, which ultimately led to the first goal. And then we just, I wouldn't say lost confidence, because I still feel like we kind of, got stuck in and whatever. But then the second ends up coming, they get the confidence into it. And, when you look at how Poch set us up, you've got to say, he set us really well. When I looked at the lineup with Don originally, I was a little bit worried. I said, no striker. What we're going to do, we're going to see what we've seen last season without strikers. Not going to be able to create enough, not going to be able to make runs behind. But we saw a Chelsea that played for the badge today, in my opinion. A team that understood their roles, the game plan, what they need to do on the pitch. Declan Rice was kept very quiet in the game. Jorginho, I thought, had a stinker. Malo Gusto, by the way, I thought he had a class game. Barring that, the goal at the end. But, I thought he was really good today. Cucurella, someone that gets a lot of stick from Chelsea fans, played very well. And it's a sucker punch. It's like a dagger in the heart right now. I just feel very dejected.
Deflated. I don't blame you.
It's the worst club. It's the worst club to get a result like that against. Because number one, I don't like Arsenal. That's number one. And I hate their fans, right? They're the worst fans. Do you know what I'm saying? But all I'm going to say, look, I spoke about Declan Rice in that 8 role. Yeah, these guys were speaking about him as if he's going to come in there and be like a Maddison in that role, be like a Pochettino in that role, be an Iniesta in that role. He did fuck all. Gallagher had him this game, right? Like I said he would. Do you know what I'm saying? Off the ball, he was amazing today. It's so disheartening, Alex, because we literally had the perfect game plan. It was implemented perfectly, and then a lack of concentration swung the momentum towards Arsenal's way, and they go and get the goal. They're going to be speaking about it like this is what champions do. Yes, it's a W for them, because end of the day, we was winning by 2 goals. Do you know what I mean? We could have actually gone 3 goals up when Palmer missed that opportunity. He was good today, but you've got to bury that, man. Jackson had a chance as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's still a few things in this team that need to be fixed, but we're moving in the right direction. It's a step in the right direction. I think today people are going to start looking at Chelsea and thinking, right, these guys are not a joke. Do you know what I mean? I had so many Arsenal fans saying we're going to come to the bridge, we're going to beat you guys 3-0, you ain't going to touch us, your midfield's not going to do nothing, what's Conor Gallagher going to do? I've given Gallagher a lot of heat this season, because for me, he hasn't been that good on the ball, but he's improved a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? And today, again, like I said, he was immense, right? Arsenal didn't deserve nothing from that game. But all I can take from it is there's a lot of positives to take from that. We've got a hard run in right now. If we can go up against a team that's going to be competing for the league like that this season, then we can definitely, get a few more wins coming up in the next few games that are coming up. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
that's how I look at it.
Especially if we look at last season, you look at the team and you look at the manager. Let's just look at Potter. He was there the longest.
Yeah.
I didn't see a team that was fighting for. I didn't see a manager that was fighting. And I did see that today. So people keep saying that I'm super positive, and I think I am one of the more optimistic Chelsea fans, but fucking hell, it's not.
You can only speak
it's
about
not.
what you're seeing,
It's not a disaster. It's a disaster in the circumstances.
Yes.
But
It
I
is
think
how the game played out, and that's where it hurts more than anything. Because at the beginning of the game, I said to Don, draw. I'll take a draw all day. No striker.
What was I saying, Jim?
Yeah.
I was predicting 2-1. I was predicting 2-1 before the game to Chelsea. I was predicting 2-1. That's why it hurts, because we should have won the game. I've had a few Arsenal fans, real Arsenal fans, messaging me saying, "Do you know what? Hats off to you lot. You lot were good today. We've robbed Saturn from you lot today." Do you know what I'm saying? The real Arsenal fans that know today we were the better team. We should have fucking won that game. We should have won that game, man.
I think defensively we look very good today. I'll be honest with you. Again, I think the one thing that we're seeing this season is a very organised defence, and they know what they're doing. The midfield is getting there. I think Caicedo was a bit up and down today. Enzo, I feel, needed to be a bit more involved in the game throughout, but maybe wasn't. Gallagher's best attribute is off the ball, running around, making a nuisance of himself, and it works. Ultimately, the issue we have in the bigger games by playing Gallagher still, is just when you have a 10, you need a 10 that's creative. You need someone that can, contribute goals like an Nkunku. Someone we miss massively right now is an Nkunku, in my opinion. Someone can just kill games off. If he's in the game today, he scores. Yes, Gallagher played well in the 10. I'm not knocking it, but I don't know whether moving forward, once we have a fully fit team, that playing Conor Gallagher in the bigger games is the right idea when we're trying to obviously create moving forward. Still, in my opinion,
that's an interesting one, because I think in the bigger games, that's been when Gallagher's been at his best. Liverpool was a prime example of that.
To be honest, I think the idea of playing Gallagher today definitely worked. Do you know what I mean? The guy was pressing them. He was winning the ball back. He wasn't letting Arsenal play how they wanted to play. Do you know what I mean? He was making it very uncomfortable for them. If you realise, in the first 5 minutes, Declan Rice nearly gave away like a silly back pass. Jorginho wasn't comfortable in that role, and he played a big part in that, off the ball. But again, it's the problem on the ball. Sanchez is the person that created that goal that they scored from with Declan Rice. But again, Gallagher was very flat-footed. Do you know what I mean? If you've got a player there like a Lavia, for example, and an Nkunku, I reckon he kills that ball and he just pops it off. But that's the problem with Gallagher. He's got to improve that part of his game. On the ball, he has to improve it. He has to be more secure on the ball. Do you know what I mean? So that's the only thing.
Throwing daggers at the players, all right, so people will be angry with Sanchez and what he did. But when you look at the overall performance and what we did today, it was a step in the right direction. It was positive. And to do that against an Arsenal team who Arsenal fans claim is, probably one of the best in the league, top of the league now, aren't they, after that draw as well? To go and do what we did, which was nullify them, I think from the draw. Did they? Yeah, but I don't even know, are they top or whatever, it don't matter. But at the end of the day, to go and do that to a team that's supposedly in their prime with the players that they've got, and with Arteta for their God knows how many years now.
4 years.
Yeah, and this is a team that's still developing, trying to understand, seconds. So still trying to understand the role, come back from international duty. It's not easy to come back from international duty and play against Arsenal. Vice versa, don't get me wrong. But for these young players today, they stepped up, in my opinion. But
just on that as well, Alex, we pretty much played Arsenal's strongest team today. That's their lineup. Do you know what I'm saying? We played their strongest 11 today, apart from Partey, right? But they still had good enough anchor in Jorginho today, right? We haven't even got our strongest lineup right now. We're still missing a lot of key players. I'm not a fan of the subs that Poch made today, to be fair. They didn't really do anything. Arteta's subs won the game, to be fair. In that side of the game, tactical aspect, I think Arteta done him on the subs, and he's been doing quite well, to be fair, with the subs that he's been bringing on the past few games. But it's a dagger, man, because we had them there. We just had them there, and I was looking forward to coming on here happy, gassed. But then we're going to throw away like that. But we learn from it. You know what I'm saying? We learn from it. Yeah, I hope we learn from it. Yeah.
Thank you very much, boys. Always a pleasure. Thank you. No.